was getting sunburned nearly every day for the past 3 weeks out in Florida at my other house. I was testing the hell out of the Fujifilm XH1. I have, at least like 5,000 bird shots alone, just bird shots that I haven't even gone through yet for only process, a small fraction of those. I mean, they're really good ones. It's so much fun with the XH1. Actually, it was both a chore and a pain. A chore and wonderful. I'll take that back. A chore and wonderful doing the testing with the XH1. First, I had a borrowed XH1, which I had for a week, and I put about 9,000 shots through. And the day that I went to return it is the day that mine came in with the vertical grip. I think a lot of people actually, and I'm no shill for Fujifilm. I mean, other than giving me a free hat and a t-shirt, I don't get anything from them. I bought this camera myself. I sold my XT1 and 2 lenses and my last extra, I can't say my last, but my last extra Nikon D3 to buy this camera. And I knew it was coming. I was also saving for it. But this is a wonderful camera, and I stated specifically 7 primary reasons, most of which were not mentioned by any other YouTuber about why I love this camera so much for photography. It has nothing to do with IBIS. I do actually have one use for IBIS. I mean, I have to be fully honest and fully disclosed to say that the 500mm f8 mirror lenses that I like to use are really lightweight and they're really powerful magnification-wise. I mean, even on a DSLR, and with my really good hand-holding techniques, you gotta crank the ISO way the hell up in bright daylight and shoot it at 1/500th of a second or above, and even then you got like half and half on blurry images. But with the IBIS and those mirror lenses, with continuous IBIS on, I'm actually able to, instead of a 50-50 hit rate on a DSLR, I've got like an 80% hit rate. A little bit higher than 80% with the IBIS and the XH1. The leaf spring shutter, the 5-point, absolutely incredible. No other camera has the shutter of the Fujifilm XH1 with the 5-point spring suspension. I mean, it sounds like you're using an electronic shutter, but it's like, no, that's the mechanical shutter. Nearly zero shock, better eye relief. The EVF looks like you're looking through an optical viewfinder. I mean, not that the XT2 isn't, but I mean, you could tell it's that much better on the XH1. I know for a fact, and I don't care if people, like beat me over the head like a scoundrel dog, but I know for a fact, whatever my personality is or however much I come across as an a-hole or not, I'm really nice in person, actually. I'm really nice. Everybody that's met me, it says I'm really nice. Like the last guy, Mark Smith, I took him and his son out to dinner, and I tried to make him laugh, and I thought we had a good time. But I know for a fact, having taken apart and fixed endless numbers of cameras and lenses, and a lot of people have rid me for this, but I got to test some of the best, most expensive stuff in the world working at Beach Photo and Video, working at several camera stores. If people think I'm just a camera store clerk, I don't give a damn. You know what? To those people that say that, I shot more in the 3 weeks that I was in Florida, these past 3 weeks, than those people will probably shoot all year long. And that's a damn fact. That the XH1, really impressed by it. I did say, I listed its one negative, and to me it's not a negative, because this camera's got 3 batteries in it right now. I said the XH1 uses about 25% more battery life than the XT2, which of course just uses the same batteries as the XT2 X Pro 2. That Fujifilm makes the best cameras currently. They absolutely freaking do. Even the Sony people, whatever you think of Sony, love them, hate them, whatever, who cares? Even the Sony people, including Sony corporate, knows that what Fujifilm does on their firmware updates is absolutely amazing. They stand by their cameras longer, got better customer service, got a better ecosystem. Fujifilm is currently making the best cameras with the best ecosystem and the best customer service of anybody out there. of the very, very few people that have actually said that Fujifilm cameras are expensive or their lenses are expensive. I mean, I've got hundreds and hundreds of lenses. You know, some really expensive ones that pass through my hands. Like, here's a nice $1,000 Voigtlander. Fujifilm lenses are really cheap and extremely high quality. I've had apart 2 Fujifilm lenses. Both of them were destroyed. I was taking apart looking at construction. Thread depth, the attention to detail, second to none. It's even slightly better than Tamron, and Tamron's doing a better job than Nikon is. This is not a fanboy thread, because I'm the only YouTube photography channel out of the... I think I'm listed number 8 now. Who cares, right? I never tell anybody to subscribe or like. I am the only one that doesn't have affiliate links of the top 20 or the top 30. I am the only one. So whatever you buy, I don't make a damn dime. And I'll tell you emphatically, whether you think I'm a schmuck or not, or my personality sucks, I want you to be happy. You know, you can be happy out shoot. I'll go out and shoot with somebody, have a good time. I don't care if they're shooting a Sony. I mean, do you really think I give a damn about that? Does anybody? No. Well, maybe some people think I do. No, certainly not. You should be happy. Enjoy your photography, make money at it, or have fun and make money, which of course is even better. But I know for a fact that Fujifilm is making the best cameras currently. You can say, well, that's just your pathetic opinion. You know how I answer that? I've used this in the past on certain things that I know about, like Greek philosophy, metaphysics, field theory. He's like, you know what? You might be right, but some opinions are worth a lot more than others are. You're the guy that's like, used 20 lenses. It's like, this lens is great. Well, how the hell do you know? You've only ever, tried 20 lenses and you own like 5 of them. Which is not bad. That's what most people own. That's actually more than most people own. It's like, how the hell do I know what the hell you know about lenses? You've only ever tried 20. Not that there's anything wrong with that. But how the hell do you know? Fair? That's a logical, accurate statement, isn't it? I had apart and fixed a lot of different cameras and lenses. And I don't care whatever you think that makes me to be or not to be. I know who the hell's making the best camera currently, and that's Fujifilm. I know nobody makes a perfect camera. Even Fujifilm wouldn't say that. And I'm sure as hell not going to sit here and lie to you, which would be a frigging lie, to say something like, well, because Nikon's got, 600mm f4s, 200 to 500mm, huge array of old glass, new glass. Fujifilm knows this, everybody knows it. Same goes for Sony. Okay? Everybody knows that. Fujifilm, Canon, Nikon, Sony, they all know that. His Gear Wars BS is BS. Let's be brutally honest. All of this gas, or this gear acquisition syndrome, and this camera, my camera's better than your camera. Great, wonderful. We'll get sick of it. Just go out and enjoy photography. Have fun, make money. Have fun and make money. That'd be great, Take pictures of hot chicks and get paid. Isn't that wonderful, right? Do real estate photography, whatever makes you happy. But at the end of the day, it's like, well, who's making the best camera? Who's going to stand by it? It's like, wow, they keep giving firmware update. When the XT2 came out, and I was the first person to review the XT2 on YouTube, I know I was, because I was. That camera has since become like a radically different camera. The XT2, and it's not the only camera, has had so many firmware updates and expansions on features that it is like a totally damn different camera. That's not my opinion, that's a fact. Even somebody that hates Fuji, I hate Fuji, I own Sony. Yeah, well, they got the firmware update. That's like a totally different camera. I mean, that's incredible. I wish Sony would do that. You know that's true. You know that's true, because it is true. The X1, the XH1 is going to be any different. Why would it be any different? I'm sure within a month, Fujifilm, or maybe 2 months, who knows, going to release a firmware update. There's actually one issue in the menu system. Instead of it saying shutter, it says shitter. It says SHTTR. They use the menu system from the GFX. On the sub-menu settings, it doesn't say shutter, it says SHTTR, it says shitter. So I know there'll be a firmware update to fix that like there was on the GFX. There'll be a firmware update on the XH1 that I don't know how many firmware updates in. Like the XT2, since it came out, has had a bazillion firmware updates. So much more advanced and improved. The XH1 is going to be no different. That's amazing. Customer service, lens, quality, support, the build quality. Nobody, I have to go back. Now this is an empirical statement. This is not my opinion. I have to go back to the manufacturer of the Nikon D4, D4S. Are you listening closely? Because this is a hard statement. This is one of those diamond statements. I have to go back to the Nikon D4, D4S to see that level of attention to detail and build quality as I see out of the XT2 and the XH1. And boy, brother, you better believe it when I say that, because that is the truth. It is the truth. Fujifilm is currently making the best cameras, consumer cameras, out there. Now, taking into consideration Nikon, Canon, Fujifilm, and Sony, the best budget entries, like the best bang for the buck. Even more so than the D7200, which is a hell of an incredible value. The best bang for the buck, like, when I get into a new system, I'd like to get into an entry professional level camera, stuff that just does a lot for me. I could do tons of stuff with it, make me happy. Is also a Fujifilm. That's the XT20. Wow, what a damn camera. The XT20, by the way, is slated for this huge firmware update. This is going to make it so much better than it already is. People are waiting for that right now. I think that releases next month, or like the end of this month. I've been down the list of the firmware updates included in that. Now this is my video, and my video review. You could attack it, slap me over the face with a dead fish about it. But like I said, some opinions are worth a lot more than others. I haven't got rid of any of my Nikon stuff. I'll tell you, the best camera manufacturer currently is Fujifilm. It is. I've had more cameras slip through my hands and repaired, more cameras and lenses than all the other top 20, 30 YouTube photography channels combined. And that's not a hyperbolic statement, that's an accurate statement. And whether you think I'm a schmuck, or I look like Uncle Fester, or I'm some sort of fat, bold, tattooed, schmuck, okay, whatever. Not running a popularity contest, that's certainly no secret, is it? Fujifilm is making the best cameras. It takes a lot to impress me, because I generally don't like anything. I'm jaded. Let's repeat that word, jaded, J-A-D-E-D. Dude's jaded. It's like, yeah, whatever, seen it. Yeah, whatever. I'm really jaded. I don't like the fact that I'm jaded. You know who are happy? Stupid people. They're just like a meerkat. They're just like looking around. They're so happy all the time. It's like everything's wonderful. They could like come across a dirty rock and just like be fascinated. They're just like, wow. They just like have a soul-bending experience over a blade of grass. Wouldn't it be nice to be that stupid for a little while? It'd be like a miniature vacation. I would like to have like a 2-week vacation on the island of stupidity. Someone could just like turn off 90% of my brain, which is working like in overdrive 100% of the time, even when I'm sleeping, apparently. That was a bit of a sidetrack. Like I said, nobody makes a perfect camera. Everybody makes a lemon here and there. Point is, in the totality of things. So it's like, oh my God, I hate this camera. It doesn't work. It's like, yeah, that's horrible. Return it. And everybody out there has had a camera like that. Every manufacturer, that is. Not meaning a camera model. It means, like, when you're producing thousands of something, it doesn't matter how good you are. Even Rolls-Royce and Lamborghini will produce a lemon. It's like, oh my God, this Lamborghini doesn't work. It's like, yeah, crap happens. That's no basis for evaluating anything. That would be called a limited experience anecdote. Fujifilm is making the best cameras currently. And that actually isn't my opinion. That's a fact. They are. By the way, per 100 units, you're thinking, well, it's got to be a Leica. old brass-bodied film Leicas are one thing, because you could use those things and club people over the head with them like a weapon. They'd still work. But modern Leica with Japanese electronics in them. By the way, Leica is up for sale, number one, because not too many people are buying those overpriced damn cameras. Number two, their customer service is kind of infamously horrible. Really, it is. I mean, there are people on the Leica boards that are just like, oh my god, their customer service sucks. I've paid so much for this camera. Per 100 units or per 1,000 units, the sample rate for both, the defective units is way higher on Leica than even on Fujifilm, so that says a lot. These are Japanese quality products. Now I know the XT20 is made in the Philippines. I mean, it has to be produced at a lower cost per unit price, obviously so, and produced in the Philippines, but I would love to have an XT2, but I mean an XT20, but for the fact that I have so many damn Fujifilm cameras that I would just be a complete and total idiot, and I'm not made out of money by any means. You don't see me taking exotic vacations like the rest of these YouTubers that have 1,000 affiliate links and then are, shilling people. That's also an accurate statement. So, I wanted to make that. This is like my fireside. This is like my real deal fireside chat. By the way, I wanted to show you this before I left. This is a picture of an osprey, and I took this. This is a crop, obviously. Whoops! There we go. Picture of an osprey. I took a heavy crop, take it with the Fujifilm XH1 and the 100 to 400 millimeter. Whoops! 100 to 400 millimeter Fujifilm camera. There we go. That's my screensaver for my iPhone. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you're happy. Go out and take pictures. Reliable camera gear is important. Something you could trust and rely on. If you have trust and reliability in something that serves you well and is built well with a great ecosystem, then you could just enjoy yourself. Go out and frolic. Take pictures. Make money. Make money and take pictures. Have fun. All that stuff. Thanks so much for watching. It's snowing outside right now, which really sucks. I hate snow. Have a nice week. Namaste. Увидимся. Aloha. Пока. До свидания. Hasta luego. And as they say in Russia, увидимся. Which translated means catch you later. Bye. Do 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 do.